It's a sad day for socialists. Aww. Bernie's out. He gives up. He says, all right, look. He actually even said, there's no reason for me to continue with the campaign. It just isn't going anywhere. So Bernie's out. So, with Bernie being out, of course, we're going to start pumping the story that Bernie was fucked over by the Democrats, because that'll get all the Bernie bros pissed off, and then they'll jump over to Trump, because they have no principles. So, there's that. It's a good play, by the way, right? And then there's Joe Biden. Like, dude, I get my wish. Because it was going to be either A, it was going to be Bernie Sanders literally trying to sell socialism, right, to the American people, and Donald Trump going, that's socialism. And it was just going to be so funny, right? And Bernie was going to get really frustrated, and he was going to attack Donald Trump, and Donald Trump was going to, like, fucking literally fact check him on the stage the way Hillary Clinton did with Donald Trump. But, like, Donald Trump's going to actually do it. He's not going to just tell the people, if you want to fact check Donald Trump, just go to my site, because I tell you the truth there. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Like, dude, it's gonna be a blast if it was Bernie. But we don't get that situation. We get Joe Biden. And honestly, I don't know. I'm conflicted about this. I don't like Joe Biden. I think he's a puss. And he's, dude, I swear to God, anybody who is seriously voting for Joe Biden, you had better make your decision based upon his vice president. If you find his running mate to be utterly atrocious, then you need to accept the fact that you're not voting for Joe Biden. Joe Biden is in the onset of Alzheimer's, or whatever the fuck. He's literally going senile. So Joe Biden won't be president for very long. So those of you who are seriously thinking, I kind of would like Joe, which is nobody, by the way, you're either voting for Donald Trump or you're voting against Donald Trump. That's it. There is no other choice. It's Donald Trump or not Donald Trump. Right? So, yeah. And Joe Biden, poor Joe, man, he's getting pulled in so many different directions because all the moderate Democrats that haven't figured out they're Republicans yet, they are like, Joe, you need to be more realistic than all the fucking nutcases. And he's like, of course I'll be more realistic than all the nutcases, right? And then all the nutcases come up to him and, Joe, you better do what we want. And he goes, of course we're going to do what you want. You can't have it both ways, my man. So, like, do that shit seriously on the world stage. And that's going to be fun. It's one thing when you're doing it where you're going to meet and greets to just hang out with people and they're not filming it on purpose because you always wind up, like, screaming at somebody and cussing them out and, like, threatening to fight them. This is like you're 20 again, Joe. Like, regression. I don't know. Joe's fucking losing his shit. So you're not voting for Joe Biden. You're voting for whoever's vice president is. Because they want a woman in office so badly. And they are so certain that the keys to great leadership is vagina. Right? That they will rig the game in such a way as to impeach Donald Trump 5 more times between now and the election, just so that they can go, he's been 6 times impeached and you're going to vote for him? Like, because that's all they've really got is, like, stigma, which they work so hard to demystify for us. So it's very fun to see. So they're going to do that, and then if Joe Biden actually wins, because he's already said I'm taking a woman as my running mate, whatever. If Joe Biden wins, he's going to go, look, American people, I'm very sorry, but I'm fucking in stage 2 Alzheimer's. I don't even know what's going on right now. I'm just reading what's in front of me. I literally have no comprehension of what's going on. Yes, this is written on the thing, and so is this. Like, Joe Biden is going to be sitting there reading some shit. And then he's just going to abdicate the throne to the woman who's going to become Queen of America. I don't know. Like, because it was so funny. I loved House of Cards. Thought it was a great show. And then Kevin Spacey actually got, in trouble for being a kid toucher. And I watched the last season, because I'm like, well, it's the last season. I think it was the last. Fuck, I don't even know. If there was another season, I don't give a shit. So I'm watching what I think is the last season. And it's like Francis is dead. And Claire is president. And I'm like, oh my God. Because, I watched it just not too long after Donald Trump won the presidency, I believe. And I'm just sitting there watching it, and I'm, just horrified at what I'm seeing. Because there was, a good 2 or 3 episodes where literally the President of the United States has, an emotional nervous breakdown. And she's just sitting in her room with the lights out and just won't talk to people and isn't doing anything. And I'm just like, oh my God. Because it's like, what do you do when your fucking world leader does something they've never done before? Like have a hissy fit and just decide to not go to work for a week. And I'm sitting there watching it happen, and I'm just like, oh, this is not a good show anymore. This is a bad show. And I was just so horrified, and I felt fucking violated. But I'm watching all this shenanigans, and then she gets up, somebody comes in and talks to her, well, talks at her because she didn't say anything, and somebody fucking does that, and then they leave, and then she gets up and she's talking to the camera, and doing that trope. So she's talking to the camera, and she's like, oh yeah, this is all just bullshit, this is an act, and I'm like, because, these are lefty people that make that show. And I'm like, oh, dude. This is what they want. So, I don't know. That's just my personal thought on it. I'm just horrified by the concept. But, I'm totally cool with certain women. I actually get the chick who I think is still actually running for president. I can't remember her fucking name off the top of my head at the moment. I want to say Gabrielle Gifford, but that was the lady who got shot. Whatever. She's alright. And I love Nikki Haley. She's awesome. And honestly, what's her face? The chick that was the lady that yelled at the press people for a while until Donald Trump just said, fuck it, I'm just going to do my own fucking shit. Whoever she wasn't half bad. I liked her. She was cool. Yeah, but fucking Hillary Clinton. Oh my God. And Kamala Harris. Oh my God. Oh yeah, I used to smoke weed in high school or college. Yeah, I used to listen to Snoop. The bitch, that was before Snoop was born. Oh my God. Gotta be kidding me. Fucking that kind of shit. I'm just like, and it'll be Kamala Harris. Or fucking Amy Klobuchar. Or Elizabeth Warren. It's gonna be one of those 3, man. Unless Joe's like, look, I'm getting the band back together. Hillary Clinton. If it winds up being that, Because honestly, I would love, that would honestly make me laugh a lot. Because then that would be like Donald Trump, defending champion, taking on the new challenger, right? But it's almost like Mike Pence and Hillary Clinton would now be duking it out for like bronze. A lot of funny things to think about, ponder as we get to Joe Biden. You know, we gotta get to the point where you just write down a bunch of names, right? Just a whole bunch of it, just in all of the directions, the fucking compass directions, right? Compass rose. Put Joe Biden right in the fucking middle of it, and whatever name he drools on first, just do that thing where they do the fucking, make them, you know, the virtual people that just look so much like the real people. When they do that shit to have Joe Biden actually talk to people, then he'll give that name. Go, that's who we're picking. Just fucking figure it out, man. Because I really want to know who his running mate is. Because, there really aren't good choices. Because if he picks the most realistic girl, that would be probably the best choice, he's gonna get fucking raped by the party because they hate her. And again, I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Fuck, I hate when that happens to me. Yeah, not coming. I don't know. I have no idea. So, that's not a good choice for him, just politically, internally, right? Because they don't like her. And Elizabeth Warren is a death sentence. She is a fucking albatross. Might as well pick Bernie Sanders. So, yeah, no, not Elizabeth Warren. Can't be her. And no, he can't pick Bernie Sanders because he's already said, I'm picking a woman no matter what. So if he then turns around and picks Bernie Sanders, again, like just the concept there will be another albatross and fucking, right? But Bernie Sanders would be another albatross, just a bigger and fatter one. But yeah, so Kamala Harris, probably going to be Kamala Harris or Amy Klobuchar. And it really depends on, like, how far they want to push it. But they're really fucking stupid. So I'm thinking they're probably going to go with Kamala Harris. So they're really going to push the black woman thing. Because, I mean, let's be honest. They ain't going to pick Amy Klobuchar. She eats fucking salad with combs. Can't have that bitch be president. Well, how are you going to take her to a world function? She's going to go and meet with Vladimir Putin and be eating fucking dinner with a comb? Man. Because you know he isn't going to give her silverware. He's going to be like, I hear you eat with comb. And she's going to laugh it off. Ah! It was a funny joke. They did bring me silverware. So, yeah, it's going to be Kamala Harris. That's my bet. That is like, now that I'm really trying to figure it out, I really can't see any reason why it wouldn't be Kamala Harris. That's who they're going to pick. They're going to push really hard, the black woman, and it's going to be all racial, and it's going to be all gendered. So, we're going to unite the country by pissing everybody off with each other. The Democratic way.